Hey there everyone, how's it going? My name is Thamriyell. Welcome to, I guess you can say a prop alley commentary. I was playing a more prop paladin while I was just doing Ashran. I decided, you know what, the beta is going to be pretty much winding down soon, I'm pretty sure. Patch 6.0 is going to be released to the public a month before Warlords of Draenor is out. And why not just jump onto the hectic Ashran range fest that it is. And I know it does sound like I'm being a little condescending or being a little down in the dumps about Ashran being a range fest, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna argue it. I will admit that it's a lot easier to do actual damage and score kills in a John Zerg, especially if you're ranged on Ashran, but who cares? I mean, I'm just here to have fun, get some kills, maybe die a couple of times, probably most likely die a couple of times, but whatever. I'm having fun. I have music on and just playing, finished all my work for college and everything, and just chilling back. So, I want to talk a little bit about something that, I don't know, kind of been on my mind lately, since Warlords of Draenor is pretty much coming around the corner of being released. It's to be out there, and so everybody can play it and stuff. And mostly it is about, the concerns of the expansion. It's not much about like, oh, maybe the rating is gonna be now broken, or maybe some of the textures are gonna be not there. It's not of that. I'm pretty sure, like, I've been traveling around Draenor from town to town when I don't PvP or I don't run dungeons, and just exploring stuff. Look at how pretty the game is. And the game is pretty well built, I will not lie. It looks gorgeous. I'm not even kidding you. It looks just like when everybody first got into Pandaria and were like, whoa, you know, that kind of feeling. That feeling makes you go, whoa, that is breathtaking, you know? It was that kind of feeling when I first got into the beta and started just leveling as one of my low level characters that just ran around as a level 100. But yeah, it's not much of a concern about how the game is gonna how the game overall is going to be. It's more about how balanced will the numbers be. I mean, yeah, sure, it's part of my concern. It's been part of my concern recently for a while, because even though Blizzard been very diligently working on a lot of changes here and there, smoothing out some of the rough edges and making everything pretty balanced, it still feels like some things are not fully tweaked and makes me a little worried. Prop alleys at this point, I think we're not going to be getting any kind of benefit of a healing, which, you know, does sound kind of sour coming out of my mouth and having me listen to myself say it. But I don't know, I don't think there's anything that will really change. I mean, I did some 1v1s. I did against like a druid, a death knight, a warrior, a mage, whatever. Just did some 1v1s one day after this recent build. And it looks like prop alleys might just be like a 1v1, I don't know, like a 1v1 champ. I mean, granted, we as a tanks, we heal pretty bad actually, but I think most tanks now heal pretty bad, which is going to be the downfall of tanks, and I'm going to have to learn to not really focus or rely on the tank heals, but mostly on the tank survivability, which is something I've been working on and been helping me out. And really that's about it. And I hope they change our numbers and maybe buff our damage a little bit so it makes sense. But if not, then I mean, I'm not gonna do anything about it. Like, oh well, I'm not gonna try to fight the system or whatever. Like, I mean, I'll still play prop pally. If I don't do PvP, I'll do raiding. If I don't do raiding, I'll just level paladin. I'm pretty sure I'll find a class that I'll be interested in. If it's not gonna be prop pally, it's definitely going to be a Red Pally. Red Pallies are doing so well right now in Warlords of Draenor PvP. I love how they feel. I love that they took out Inquisition. That one little thing just absolutely changed the class. The removal of Inquisition was just amazing. But I digress a little bit. Although there are some benefits, just a lot of good things that have happened with the game, it does seem like a lot of negatives kind of happening with the game. I can't exactly focus on negatives. I'm not much of a negative or pessimistic person, but I would be lying if I said some things are still a little rough, like with PvP damage wise, or how PvP is gonna work, or really, for me, mostly it's just been a confusion about what haste really does for melee. I mean, mostly just like heavy melee, like Warriors, I'm pretty sure they just don't benefit from it at all. Death Knights, I think they still stack Mastery. And Pallies, I believe we used to stack Haste, but now we don't, and now we might be stacking Mastery. I'm still working around with different builds, maybe see if I can find the one build that does like a lot of cool damage and can actually do a decent amount of healing, and it looks like it's just not going to be that. It looks like we're just going to be playing the punching bag that, like, the more people hit us, the more damage we'll be able to deal, which, I mean, it's okay. I don't care much. If I can get myself into an RBG and be a flag carrier for an RBG team, I'll be happy. Like, that'll be amazing. But if not, I have been preparing for Warlords of Draenor in the background, and just, you know, leveling characters here and there. Been leveling, mostly leveling tanks. I want to really bust out some tanks and just have tanks ready for either PvP or PvE. I don't know, the concept of tanks, just, I love it. I love tanking. Tanking to me is like a really cool passion when you're taking on the boss and you're the guy that's getting hit by the boss, but you're strong enough to actually like manage all the damage, or even go in PvP and be the guy, like, last man standing that everybody wants to just take down but they can't. I would love that. And I've been leveling, let's see, I've been leveling a warrior, I've been leveling a druid, I already have a monk which I'll spec into brewmaster once Warlords of Draenor hits. I probably should start learning a little bit about like what the spec is going to be like, at least. Let's see what else is there. There's a Death Knight. I have a Death Knight, which I'll run as Blood Death Knight sometime in Warlords of Draenor. And then there is also, let me see, did I miss anything? Let's see, Pally, Warrior, Bear. I think I said Bear, right? Yeah. Monk, and then there was a fifth one. Not really on my mind right now, but eventually I'll remember it. It will come out eventually, I don't know. I think I got everything. I'm pretty sure there were 4 only. But anyway, it's not too much of a big deal. I don't know, I'm kind of excited but yet a little bit nervous about the expansion, because my concern is maybe like all the pretty stuff and aesthetical stuff is gonna be like finished and done, but some of the really like still kind of rough bumps are not gonna be smoothed out, and I'm not sure if Blizzard will have the time to actually like get it all done before. I mean, the expansion is gonna be the Warlords of Draenor expansion is gonna be out in a month, and let's say they decided, well, okay, whatever, we can try to do it in a month. If they do it and make everything well balanced and really fun, go for it, sure. But if my concern is, like, let's say they miss out something, and maybe Arcane Mage, if they stack a specific stat or get specific piece of gear or trinket, will make him do, I don't know, twice the amount of damage of anybody else. So let's say a Boomkin gets a buff that makes him do 3 times as much damage, and maybe a Fury Warrior in PvP, maybe he's great, but maybe in raiding it's like, oh, I do like 1/3 of everybody's damage, or like the average damage. I'm like the lowest damage dealer, you know what I mean? Not exactly trying to single out those specific classes and specs, but like, let's say they have something unfinished, and then we get onto Warlords of Draenor and we find out, oh, this DPS class is like the flavor of the month, so then everybody's would want to roll to that class. And yeah, sure, it's gonna be patched in like the upcoming patch, maybe that will come out like a month or later. Or maybe they'll be like, or maybe they'll do the same thing they did with the Warriors, be like, you know what, we're gonna keep them buffed. We're gonna make sure that they're buffed and strong and overpowered. And then like, oh, so next patch, we're buffing those classes that were a little unbalanced to be even more overpowered. And we're gonna be like, oh, well, damn, that would kind of suck. You know what I mean? I don't want to bash on like Blizzard like missing something at all, but I don't know, like, I would rather, honestly, I'll be more satisfied with waiting for the expansion to come out, I don't know, like a month, like be held off for another 2 weeks to a month to make sure that every single edge is smoothed out. Because like I said, there are some concerns for me about prop paladin not hitting as hard as I would wish it to. But it is what it is. It is going to be what it's going to be. I'm excited for it nevertheless. Honestly, even if Prop Pally is completely unviable and completely just broken and awful and nobody wants to play it, then I'll just find another class to play, because I mean, it doesn't really matter. I enjoy the game no matter what class I play, and even though I like Paladin, if Prop Paladin is just not good in PvP, I'll just stick to raiding as it. Or if it's just not good in raiding, find me another fun tank to play as. I mean, I'm already leveling tanks as it is. So I'm gonna have a variety of tanks I can choose from. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. My name is Thamriyell. Thank you for listening to the commentary. Let me know feedback about what you think about Warlords of Draenor. Do you think it's gonna be like fully done and awesome and fully prepared, or do you think there might be some nooks and crannies along the way that gonna be kind of bad but eventually will get fixed? Like, let me know what you think about Warlords of Draenor. It's coming out soon, all that. Let me know. Let's have a conversation. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and render the video, take a break, probably take a shower and go to bed. I'm kind of recording this late, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you for listening to the commentary. I hope you come back for more, and I'll hopefully try to record some more footage as much as I can of the beta, even though it's probably gonna be going down a bit, or I don't know, a couple of like 2-3 weeks, or I don't know, half a month. But yeah, have a good night, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.